Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show. Grab your coffee or your tea, hunty, because we have a lot to talk about. But before we get started on those red hot topics, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. We've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, we've got toast. Believe me, we've got you covered. And also, you could purchase my book, Life After the Diagnosis. If you know a survivor or you are a survivor, this is the book that you need. Well, let's go ahead and get this party started right, shall we?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing on this absolutely fabulous Thursday morning? And on top of all that, we are in August. Can you believe that? It's already August. It's just unbelievable how this year is flying by. Well, I got a lot to talk about. So let's just dive right in. Please, please, please click, like, and share my show, my website to friends, family, whoever the case may be. I am really loving the fact that you guys are all over the United States, tuning in to the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show. So continue to please click, like, and share the show. Tell somebody about the show. Tell me what you think about the topics that we're going to talk about today. And please, if you're interested in receiving any of the merchandise, go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. Okay, let's dive right in. Red hot topic number one. Are we are we really ready to go back to school after this pandemic? Well, to be honest with you, this Delta strand is back in full effect. It is back with a vengeance. I don't know about you guys, but here in Savannah, we have to start back wearing the masks. Yes, we're back being bandit criminals with this mask on. I don't know where you are, but please tell me, are you guys back to the mandate of wearing the masks? Because I'm telling you right now, to be safe, I'm going to do it. No questions asked. Hands down, I'm going to do what I'm told. But oh, here we go again. I mean, it's like, why? And you really can't blame anybody. You really can't, because people have gotten the vaccine. People have did the mask when they were supposed to. Well, I take that back. I saw on the news that there was parties upon parties upon parties with people with no masks. But they were saying that they were vaccinated. Now, how do you know? Because that's one question you cannot ask, just like who you voted for. You can't tell anybody who you voted for. You can't tell anybody if you've had the vaccine or not. It's private. It's up to you to volunteer that information. So I'm curious. Are you guys ready? I personally, I'm ready because, I'm like, we got to get back to, I don't even want to say normal because we really weren't normal, but I'm ready to get back in the swing of things. So am I ready to go back to school? Yes. online school is a little tough for learners, and some kids just bombed trying to go online school. And it's just hard. So, are we really ready? Now, usually the first day of school, I see a lot of first day of school photos and things like that. I didn't see that this time. A lot of kids on their first day of school taking pictures and just being happy to go back. I didn't see that. And that was sort of disheartening. And it's like, are we really ready? And then that's another thing. The vaccine now, they're saying kids can get it. And then I saw on the news that a lot of parents are upset because they don't want their children wearing masks to school. They're tired of wearing the mask. And then during school, kids take off the masks. So it's like, how do you be sure? How are you sure that they're going to wear the mask all day? You don't know this. You know, you just got to trust that they're going to wear the mask. So I'm ready to know what you guys think. My point of view is yes, I'm ready to go back to school. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in school now. I'm dead serious. I'm in school and I'm ready to go back. And I'm willing to wear the mask. But are you ready for your children to go back? Do you trust them to wear the mask? And little kids, come on now. Do you guys remember the time that they were saying that the coronavirus did not affect the children? Do y'all remember that? Well, that's out the door. So, are you ready to strap on those masks to a kindergartner, to a child that's in daycare that might take it off in the car before they even get there? Oh my gosh, it's just so nerve wracking. But I want to know from you guys, are you ready to go back to school with masks? Because schools are making it mandatory, regardless on whether you've gotten the vaccine or not. And a lot of people that's gotten the vaccine is not happy about that. Because why get the vaccine if you still got to wear a mask? It doesn't make sense. Exactly. If you got the vaccine, why are you wearing a mask? For safety of others. But the vaccine, you should be cool. You should be straight. This is the craziest thing, guys. And it is like, what do you do? What do you do? Because you want to continue to be normal and do normal things. But yeah, going to school with masks, regardless on the age, kindergarten, daycare. And a lot of daycares are like, we didn't stop wearing the mask. I don't have a problem, but I want to hear from you guys. I have no problem wearing a mask to school. Matter of fact, don't even worry about it. I will volunteer. I will bring masks for anybody in the classroom that don't have one. I got you. Let's be safe together. That's just me. That's just me. My question is, folks out there, if you're going to school or if you have kiddos, are you ready to go back to school? Red hot topic number 2, are you going to wear a mask to school? I don't care what grade. Parents, are you going to put a mask on your schooler, your kid that is in daycare, kindergarten, 12th grade. Yes, I'm a parent with a 12th grader, and he will wear his mask. And yes, we're going to protect others, and yes, all the above, because it's mandated. You want to do the right thing, you want to abide by the law. Come on now. Let's let's do this thing right. Let's act like we want to do some stuff, right? Let's behave as parents. Red hot topics. Are you ready? And are you going to wear a mask? Talk to me. Parents, students, anybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Kathy. How are you? We are back to wearing masks in Texas too. In Texas, it's not mandated, but required. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I never stopped wearing my mask. Me either. They didn't have to tell me anything. I did not stop because I don't know. And then look, now we have a different strand, and then the numbers are going back up. What do? Wear your mask. And yes, it's uncomfortable, and yes, it doesn't feel right, but gang, we wore a mask for a year. You can't tell me that you're not used to it by now. A whole year of wearing a mask, and then you're complaining. It's a little, it's a little old. We wore a mask for over 400 days. You got to get used to it. And then now they're saying we got to go back. Am I happy about it? No. Just like the whole world. And then, you've got those people out there that don't believe the media and don't believe the conspiracy theories that are out there, and they're going to do what they want to do. They're going to do what they want to do. So, are you sending your kids back to school with masks? Yes, you're a parent. Yes, you're a student. Are you going to abide? Yes, and my job is asking and borderlines asking to get the now that's a whole nother situation right there. Because look, I will definitely wear a mask because I can do that. I can control that. But yeah, you can't make people. Well, you know what? They have been doing it for years. Remember, your children are mandated to get vaccinated before they even start school. So they've been doing it for years. It's like nothing new. And it's not like the flu shot. The flu shot is up to you. The vaccination is up to you. So why are children required to get vaccinated before school? And if they don't, they can't go. It should be up to you, right? That's a conversation right there. Wow. Kathy, we're in Texas and work at will. Now, see, you work at will, but then you make me. You work at will, but then you make me get vaccinated? Come on now. That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem right. See, and that goes back to that very question. Vaccinated children they can attend school, but if you don't get vaccinated, you can't go to school. Let's be real about this thing. That's crazy. So, yes, are you sending your kids back to school with masks? Are you going to wear a mask? And are you just ready to go back to school? Are you ready to get back to normal? Oh my gosh, I feel so sorry for you. Or they will move you and reduce your. Oh my gosh. Are we getting to that point? Are you serious, Kathy? You're going to take my money? You know what? That's weird because that sort of goes along the same line of Joe Biden willing to pay people to get vaccinated. So I guess if you don't, they take your money? No. We got a situation. We got a situation. When you start messing with people, money. Oh my gosh. Now that right there, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Kathy. Wow. That is insane. Ooh, wow, Kathy. Yes, ma'am. Some other companies are there. So this is not, oh my gosh, is this only in Texas? You're going to make me research. That is so interesting. They are going to start taking your money if you don't. Okay, I don't think that's a good idea, especially now. I mean, the economy being bad, at least require a mask. Don't require the vaccine because people aren't really comfortable with that thing yet. I mean, really. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. You messing with people's money. Oh my gosh, Kathy. I don't know, but this is what was said. Oh my gosh. That's, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think you should play with people's money. I think that you should require a mask, um, but don't play with people's money. I mean, I don't know how else to put that. We are at both, you're at both mask and vaccination. Oh, brother. I don't think you should not play with people's money. Mm, yeah, I'm gonna take a sip on that one. That's not gonna be good. I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, think about it. Even right now, it's hard to get people back to work because they're getting paid now more than when they were working because of unemployment, stimulus, whatever the case may be. It's hard to get people to go to work now. Yes, it definitely is. So, and then now you want to take? Oh, wow, that's just crazy. Nervous. Yeah, that's interesting. Thank you for that information for sure, because I did not know that was going on. Wow. Well, I would like to hear from the teachers because you guys got to go back, especially if you want your check, right? So you not only have to go back, you have to, I think, under certain circumstances, they make you get vaccinated. I could be wrong, but I think teachers have to be vaccinated. And on top of that, you're wearing masks, and then you have children now coming from households that you don't know if they are protected, vaccinated, whatever the case may be. Texas cut off the unemployment benefits so they can squeeze people back to work. Yeah. And I might have to talk a little bit about that because it was getting bad. I mean, it was. It was getting bad. You could go to different places and they were struggling because people did not want to go back to work because they were getting more money at the job. I mean, at home from the job, unemployment. They were getting more money. So they were at home. And businesses across the board was suffering majorly. I'm talking about to the mom and pops, to the Fortune 500s, because it was like, well, mainly it was in service industries, hospitality industries, mainly. I take that back because they figure y'all need to pay us. And we're not going to work until y'all pay us. Now, you can look at this two ways. You can look at it as you should have been paying them right in the beginning and you wouldn't have had this problem. Or you can look at it as you guys are lazy, blah, 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 you don't want to work, whatever, whatever. But think about it. The amount of money that they're getting, you could have been paying them that from the get-go, from the beginning, and you wouldn't have had that problem. Because think about it, the bigger major corporations didn't skip a beat because they get checks, they get money. But in the service industries and the hospitality industries, they suffered tremendously because you didn't want to pay them. I mean, think about it. You're barking about $15 an hour being the minimum wage. And you want people to go to work. I mean, it's two sides to every story. Two sides. Don't say three, two. The truth and the lie. You know? So I'm not going to go and bark on anybody about that. Because if they weren't paying you in the beginning, hey, but all at the same time, we need you to go back to work. Oh my goodness, they were talking about this Walmart. Oh my gosh. Walmart's, tell me, is your Walmart suffering? Because I know quite a few that are suffering. People do not want to go back. They feel like that they are good. Y'all should have paid them from the beginning. You should have did right by them until you do right by me. Color Purple, that came on the other day. You got to do people right. So, teachers, what do you say? Right. I totally agree. You must go back and redo it. Oh boy. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
You want to grab a seat?
Well, I thought I would just stop in. I thought I had privilege to stop in. So.
You definitely have privilege to stop in.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Where are you going with this mask looking like a bandit? Where are you going?
I'm coming back.
Oh, you're coming back.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. We were just talking about that. So
About what? The mask?
yeah, we were.
Yeah.
We're talking about going back to school.
Mhm.
And the question is, dun, 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 are we really ready to go back to school? Are you going to wear a mask to school? And are you sending your kids back to school with masks?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Has it been mandated that kids have to return, teachers have to return, faculty and staff have to wear masks?
In some cases, teachers definitely.
What about here in Savannah?
They're just wearing masks here in Savannah, but it is mandated. The masks are mandated.
Teachers?
Everybody is mandated. Yeah.
What about vaccination? Do staff have to be vaccinated?
You know, believe it or not, in some states, I don't know about Savannah,
Mhm.
but teachers are required to have the vaccination shot.
Yeah.
And we had a Miss Kathy say that some jobs are requiring it. And if
Mhm.
you don't get it, they hit your pocket.
Oh, really?
Your pocket. And I feel like something's wrong with that. When you start playing with people's money, that ain't right.
Well, perhaps
Ooh, that ain't right.
we could try to pull some strings and have Dr. Lavette, school superintendent, to come on the show for next week. Her or Dr. Kegler or Dr. Lewis
Mm,
come on the show and talk about the first week of school.
to see if it's required and all that.
Just to ask those questions and create a platform so parents and surrounding area can hear directly from,
Mm,
I don't want to say the horse's mouth, but from the leaders of our educational system here in Chatham County.
sounds good. Well,
So
we
are you
shall
sending
see.
your kids back to school with masks?
Yes,
I mean, I guess if you're sending them back, if
it's better.
they're not vaccinated,
It's better. But they're kicking and screaming now.
mhm,
A lot of parents, and I'm not going to get political, but a lot of parents are fighting this because they feel like kids,
mhm,
because when it first started, they said kids weren't affected. But now all of a sudden you want a child to wear a mask and you're vaccinating children that are under 12.
yeah,
Well, what happened to the fact of you saying kids were okay?
mhm,
You know?
yeah.
So
Well, after what, a year and a half now of
400 days.
yeah, exactly. So I think we've come to realize now that anyone and everyone is affected,
Right.
can be affected by this
Mhm.
this virus.
Hmm.
All facets of society.
Exactly. Exactly.
It has no barrier to race, color, creed, class, age.
Good morning, Pat. She
Yeah.
said, y'all cute. Thank you. I be trying to pull him on this show, y'all.
Yeah.
I love to have him here.
Well, I like to give you your space,
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Because, like I always tell you, I'm going to shine.
Yeah.
You better
Oh,
blow.
oh my gosh.
I don't want to steal your shine.
Hey, how are you? Yeah. Mask up, mask on.
Right.
Exactly.
If you got to go out,
Exactly.
mask up.
Mask on. That's
on.
what's
Yeah.
up. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And we're back. We're back. You should be used to wearing a mask now. And then it's so funny because, a lot of people burn the mask, threw the mask away because we're back to normal. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Well, go back and get them.
Well, yeah.
Get you, buy a
You hate
whole
to
new
say-
box.
You hate to say that this is a norm, but it's just a reality.
Yeah.
More so than a norm or normality.
And your mask hanging off your ear like
Yeah. That's this is the style.
That's the style
That's
to
the
have your
mask
mask
style,
hanging from you.
when you have the temporary, just have it to the side. So
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I saw someone. I saw they have the mask where it has the neck piece on
Right.
It allows you to pull it down and hang around your neck.
That
But,
might be what we would need to get you, baby.
No. I'm a good old country boy. I love being country.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Until hospital are full again. Now, see that Delta strand, I think is what it's called, right?
So Kathy Freeman stated that Texas have cut off unemployment benefits.
Yes. Yes. That was crazy. But you know what? A lot of states have. It's, because of this very reason right here.
That's a form of being a taskmaster. Nothing can be compared to slavery, but that's the form of being a taskmaster. You're going to force people to go to work. And I mean, this is supposed to be the land of the free, right? If the person doesn't want to work, just as it's the land of opportunity, what comes with the land of the free is you're going to have people, like the word explains, you're going to always have the poor amongst us. So you're always going to have people choosing not to work
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's not to say that they're poor. It's not to say that they're impoverished. They're just making a decision based on to be vaccinated or not.
Well,
So,
we
I
were
don't
talking
think-
about that earlier about the fact that unemployment benefits are getting cut off and industries are suffering because people just don't want to go back to work. So it's two sides to that thing.
the narrative.
Yeah, people feel like, oh, y'all just lazy, y'all want to stay at home, da da da.
No.
The other side to that is you should have paid them right in the beginning, because if you would have, they wouldn't want to be at home
Mhm.
getting these checks.
Well,
That's
yeah,
more
and-
than what they used to pay.
Yeah, I think we were talking about this last evening about the industries that are suffering.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done any research on this now, but it's the service industry,
Mm-hmm.
essential worker industry.
Yes.
Where
Yes.
people are being paid menial wages,
Right.
not minimum, but menial wages.
Yes.
Right.
Totally.
And so even when we look at the minimum wage threshold,
Mm-hmm.
people are saying, hey, this is an opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to get corporate America or to get corporations and companies to
Mhm.
pay a living wage.
Right. And they're fighting against $15 an hour.
Absolutely. While the company makes 15 million.
So why wouldn't people just say, you know what, I'm going to stay at home because you don't want to pay me at least the minimum of $15 an hour?
Well, that's the evil of capitalism
Man.
and democracy, but
Mm.
that's the evil of capitalism.
Miss Kathy, yes, Governor Abbott said the restaurant industry was complaining, so people want to get back according to the cost of living here. Get paid according to the cost of
Absolutely.
living here. It makes sense,
Mhm.
but then you got this other side that's saying, why cut the benefits off? Because these people want to get paid correctly.
Well, it feeds into a government system in the sense that you got to say that if the poverty level is judged by income that's less than 16,000,
Mm-hmm.
why then would you pay someone
Mm-hmm.
a salary that does not surmount the poverty
Yeah,
threshold?
yeah,
You see what
yeah,
I mean?
exactly.
So you're actually
whatever you
contributing.
added
You're actually contributing to the poverty level when you say, okay, the poverty threshold
Is
is
this.
16,000
Mhm.
or 20,000. Well, a living wage. What is a living wage?
Mhm.
I guess you have to look at that area and consider the bare essentials, the
Right.
rates of the bare essentials, whether it's rent, utilities, and things of sort like
Mhm.
that. Put all of those in the basket of goods. That's why you have your CPI. Okay, you measure your cost of living and determine what is a living wage for a particular area.
Right. Right.
And of course, it's justified
Mhm.
in the price point.
Right.
Or the price point is then justified.
And whatever they added to your check for unemployment, right, to equal out whatever you were getting paid, why can't that company or organization meet that?
Whatever you're getting paid.
Whatever you were getting paid,
Mhm.
your unemployment check, whatever that amount was when you were at home, why can't they give that to you?
Yeah.
Now, small business was saying, we can't afford that. Small businesses like the mom and pops, they were like, we can't afford that. We can't afford to pay you guys the unemployment amount and what we paid you. So that's why they were like,
Well, that's what you have to consider when you go into business.
mm,
The three things you have to consider is the salaries or the expenses. Is
the
you got to
employees.
pay the company, you got to pay salary and yourself.
Yourself,
And so
yeah.
oftentimes particularly smaller businesses, people are more concerned about saying, I got to pay myself. But
Well,
and that's the nature of being in business, is to, to be self-sufficient and make a profit. But part of being in business is, that except you're a one-man show.
that's what I'm saying. A lot of entrepreneurs go without so they can pay their employees, so they can continue to function, and we're talking about companies that are less than 10 people. We're talking about small business, mom and pops. They can't afford to pay the unemployment cost and what they paid you. But the ones who can, like the Walmarts of the world and those type of industries, hotel industries, and the industries that were suffering, that can do it.
Well, you have to even I get,
Or the PP loan,
you
that
have
people
to.
got all that money went to buying cars and everything.
I guess you can't dictate what people can buy.
Well, because they did offer small business owners a loan, in some cases grants, to function and to pay the employees.
Let's register to get us some money.
It's a PPP. That's not.
Those who don't have a business and have registered for their PPP,
It wasn't called PPP. Other people.
OPM, other people's money. You got the man's money.
Man, I'm telling you, I heard some horror stories about that. People would get that 50, I think it was 30,000 or 50,000. Shoot, you think that went to their employees? A negative. Miss Kathy, in Austin, it was determined that to live here, it takes $27. You know what? I don't doubt it. Austin is expensive. And the homelessness has increased, I think, 30 to 40%. God, since 2019, and they are battling to place them to place them now.
Yeah.
Ooh, Austin has always been expensive, trying to be California.
Well, but
trying to be
you have
little
to
California.
analyze those homelessness dynamics, right? We're not talking about unfortunate veterans and veterans usually make up a larger portion of, sadly to say, it's a shame to America, that makes up a large portion of the homeless population.
And children.
But when you consider that increase in homelessness, these were working class people.
Yeah, in most cases, talented people,
working class people
that just got bad. I don't want to say
financial hardship.
After one after the other.
Yeah,
lost this, lost that.
Well, the pandemic that's what I was alluding to, is that it affected everyone, irrespective of race, color, creed, class, doesn't matter. It has affected everyone. And so if you live on a salary or 80,000, 90,000 plus a year, 100,000 plus a year, and now consequent of the COVID, you've been laid off, and say you've drawn unemployment, but it doesn't cover your $100,000 lifestyle or expenses.
Right.
Everyone has a right to live the lifestyle that their resources afford them. But during these hard times, it has caused people to say, hey, have to alter their lifestyle. And the worst case scenario is homelessness.
Yeah, that's the worst case. And like you said, most of the time, these people used to work. These people used to be functioning individuals. And it was just a bad turn after a bad turn after a bad turn. And that's real talk, no doubt about it. But I'm saying Austin needs to, oh my gosh. But Austin has turned into this tech city now. This tech, everything is technology. So if you don't go back to school and learn technology, go to trade schools or something, you're going to be left behind, because they are considering themselves Little California, Little Hollywood.
What did I see? I know it's off your subject about going back to school, but I saw something, I read something that Austin was trying to get an NFL team. Was it Austin? An NFL team? The Buffalo Bills.
I
They
doubt
were
that.
considering in the, well, no, they were in the front.
In
front run.
Austin?
I believe it was
Oh,
Austin.
I don't know about
Were
that one.
seeking to get, it's a lot of wealth. See, you say,
It's a lot of wealth.
you say
Yeah.
you don't know about that?
No,
But it's a
listen.
lot of wealth in Austin.
Okay, I'm agreeing with that. It's a lot of wealth in
And that's all
Austin.
that matters.
But Austin refuses to take any light off of UT, which is the college upon all colleges. They want to keep themselves considered a college town. UT has always been the center of Austin, Texas.
Well,
They don't want to
there's
let
room-
that go.
There's room to, and you're not going to defeat that. I mean,
They refused NFL. They refused
well, it's on the table now.
NBAs.
They're on the table. It's on the table.
I got it. I got it. But man, Austin, y'all let me
Yeah.
know because they have refused major pro baseball, everything. It's got to be Austin,
Yeah.
UT.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Well,
It's very rare that
it's
I'm
a new
wrong.
season. It's a new day. A brand new anointing coming
up.
Austin's way.
Coming y'all way.
Yeah.
They don't even
in
want
any
to build a
case-
highway in Austin.
But in any case,
Yeah.
are we really ready to go back to school?
Right.
I guess the question would be parents, are you really ready for the kids to go back to school? Remember,
Well, that
there
would
was
be a
a time
yes.
where parents were like, I can't wait for these kids to
Right.
go back to school.
All right.
But there are some trepidations now because of
Yeah.
the pandemic that
Yeah.
parents are a little reluctant to say sending their kids back to the classroom.
Well, I
So
know some are like,
get out.
oh, roof, because they were like, homeschooling was not their thing, not their
Mhm.
cup of tea, and the kids were driving them crazy, whatever.
Mhm.
But on the other side of that, a lot of parents are concerned. Now, the masks seem to work, and the fact that the vaccinations and stuff are open to under 12 now, but people that are vaccinated are still getting sick. So it's like, I hear that people go, what's the use? You're getting sick anyway. So why even worry about the vaccine? I don't know.
Mhm. Well, that's the choice.
That's the choice.
Everyone makes,
You're right. And so
choice
you're
everyone makes.
it's up to you, but dealing with the job now to take someone's money because they haven't, that's not
Well,
right.
you look at it like essentially that's forced labor.
That's not right.
Okay, if you don't do this, then taking your benefits,
Yeah.
reducing your salary, or
Ooh,
lose your job.
man.
If this is not, say, universally mandated, and no vaccine is per se. I mean, it's just like chicken pox, smallpox,
Now,
just the other things, the flu shot.
I
all of
said
that is
that earlier.
optional.
It's
All of that is-
optional.
all of that is optional, And
So why is
so-
this mandated? Now on TikTok, a woman said this. She says, AIDS been around forever, no cure.
Mm,
Cancer's been around forever, no cure.
no vaccination.
No vac. Yeah, no
Oh,
vac.
so-
That's what she said.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
said
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what she
yeah.
said. She says AIDS been around, no vaccination.
Mhm.
Cancer's been around, no vaccination. But then here comes a virus that came out of the blue, and you got a vaccination within a year.
But here's
That's what she said. I was like, ooh.
And here's the interesting thing. You say it came out of the blue. I saw a clip of Law and Order, and this clip was
yeah, I saw that clip.
like, I don't know, 93, 2003,
Yeah, I remember
something
that.
like that.
I remember.
And in this clip, the detectives goes to the the woman was in the hospital. I guess her husband was in a car accident. No, she was in a car accident, and she was driving her husband's car. So they went to question her, and they were like, "What are you questioning me for?" They said, "We're not questioning you about the accident. We're questioning you about what we found in your car. Your husband is like some, biological chemist or something of the sort, and we found a vial of COVID-19 in your car." Now, this episode,
I remember,
was like either 93 or 2003, like 20 years ago, something to that effect. Google that episode of Law and Order where they mention a vial of COVID-19. So it just didn't come out of the blue.
So they might have been working on it for a while, you think?
Well, whether working on it or knew about it, like that.
Tanisha, hey, I can't imagine kids or teachers sitting all day in school in a mask. Oh, see, yeah.
Well, I mean,
kids ain't gonna do. No, kids aren't gonna sit there.
You're gonna have again. It's a tough task in and of itself. Me wearing this mask, sometimes you're gasping for a breath. To try to speak.
I think it just depends on the mask, because some masks are very comfortable, nice fitting. Because I remember having a black mask. Matter of fact, I need to go get that. Go back to that same place to get that black mask because it was comfortable. You could breathe. There was no problem. I don't know what happened to my mask, but then some that people have made or whatever, no filter, no, it's restrictions.
Yeah, but I guess to the point that Tanisha made, that she doesn't think that teachers or students. Yeah, it's a tough task. It's going to be a challenging task.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if the classrooms would have a teacher and a para in the class as well.
A
paraprofessional.
Oh.
In the class as well as the what is them trying to say?
You're trying to say if they'll have anyone outside of the teacher themselves to assist. Now, my thing is, you're not going to get a problem from the teachers wearing a mask all day because they're grown.
Oh, yes. That's why you go to they're grown. And they have points of argument.
But
kids are just going to be kids about it.
Children are not going to wear that mask all day. They're going to get irritated. They're going to
see, again, they're not just teachers. They are human beings. They are individuals. They're teachers, but they are at work, just like you and I go to their jobs, just like they have beliefs and theories about everything.
Oh, I see your point.
So teachers, they're going to be some teachers
that might just throw that thing down. Tanisha, they should work in outside breaks so that they can remove it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They said that some schools are considering having more recess times so they can sort of go outside and da. Now, me personally, I think that it does something to the psyche to see children 6 feet apart from one another, shields and stuff like that at the desk. I don't think that's a good situation.
But it's a reality. I mean, everyone can offer an opinion about vaccination, about this, that, and the other, but it's a reality. Whether we believe it's a conspiracy or not, people are dying, people are getting sick.
That's true.
And people are having health issues. So it is a reality. You can't deny that. Whether this is man-made or whether this was facilitated by China or US or Russia or whomever, the reality of it is people have died.
Yeah, and people are still getting sick.
We all know, whether family members or neighbors or friends, we all know someone who has been affected by this right here. So it's real.
It
So,
is.
so irrespective of all of our opinions,
Mhm.
it is real.
Yeah.
So, so suffice to say to that, um, if government has decided to say
Definitely.
open up the schools, then you have one choice. You have either to send your kids to school
Or
or continue to
homeschool.
homeschool. And I guess if you send your kids to school, then you're subject to those regulations. That is masking up. That is social distancing. Same thing with the educators. So that's just the place that we're in as a society, and it's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
No doubt. No doubt. Wearing masks is very important. You are correct. And we felt good for a little while not wearing no mask. We were like, yes. Well, we're back wearing masks. And we have to be, it is what it is. Will we do it forever? I don't know.
But this goes back to what country that was that shut everything down last year. Shut it all down.
And they are rid of it.
No outside.
Boom.
I think it was probably like a month or 2 months.
Who?
Shut everything down.
Venezuela, I think it was.
Can't remember.
Also,
because we are human beings. We are the super spreaders.
Freedom.
We are the super spreaders.
Yeah.
And so, but if you can limit our connectivity, and even that for a period of time, you can mitigate and hopefully eliminate this out of out of our environment, society.
We never wanted to be on lockdown. We never wanted to do it for a long period of time. When other countries or places decided to do a total shutdown until they can get that thing under control, they are now good to go. But we, as Americans, believe in our freedom. We believe in all the above. And we were refusing to shut everything down for a long period of time. That's what we did.
Americans believe in their freedoms. We believe in the fight.
They went to school with mask mandate, and they'll continue to go to school. It's their choice if they want to wear a mask or not. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know. Because, I didn't know. I was very curious. Yeah. So in some places it's mandated, in some places it's up to you. Yeah. And that's unfortunately in different. See, that's the problem. We're not.
What's the problem?
The problem is.
What's the problem? Mona Lisa has the answer to the problem.
You know what?
Welcome to the Mona Lisa Monroe Show.
I have the answer. The answer is we all have to.
Drum roll.
We all have to be on one accord. Because it's like if they're doing this over there in that state, and then they're doing this over there in that state, that's where you get the discrepancy, and that's where you get the arguments. You see what I mean? Tangie, good morning. So that's the thing. That's the thing.
You have it. That's the thing.
To be consistent across the board. Be consistent. If this state is doing it, then let's do it. Hey girl, hey Nicole, how you doing? So yeah.
Hey Nicole.
Hey girl, hey. Hey girl, hey. So yeah. If everyone agrees that we're going to do this.
What governor, prior to just walking in, I saw a governor that he regretted banning the mask mandate early last year.
I wonder
with the spike. It was. Yeah, but he was on the news this morning, and he regretted banning the mask mandate early last year with this new spike.
Oh,
you
with
know,
the new
again,
spike.
and that's a whole nother conversation.
This new
That
spike?
It's just not a new spike, right? It's
A
it's a new
variant.
spike, a consequence of a new variant.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's this revolving door that, or you're constantly jumping through loops or something. to
Yeah.
that effect.
That's my whole thing. Who knows? Is there gonna be another one
So we
down
got
the
over
line?
we got over the 19. Now
Now we're on
it's the
20.
Delta. No, it's the Delta variant of COVID.
Yeah.
So
Nicole, because this variant is so strong, I wouldn't want to send my children back. Oh,
Right.
Wow.
right. So that's where we are. That's the prerogative of the parents
wow.
to say, you know, hey, and she makes a valid point that this variant
It's stronger
is
than
stronger
COVID?
in that sense, more deadly, as one could say. So
Ooh.
it is affecting children. And I again was watching the early show today, one of those television shows, and there was a father who had since passed, but he was on his sick bed, consequent of COVID, and he was just, you know, making a confession and just talking and giving his last words. And one of the things that he regretted is that he passed this on to his children.
The sickness?
Yes, his children are sick as well. They haven't reached to the point where he is, but they are nonetheless sick. So I say that to say it's evident that it is affecting children.
Well,
You
yeah.
know?
I remember when we first started going, it was like, children are fine. Don't even worry about it. We're all good.
You know, that's funny because
How were they good in the beginning and not good now?
you know, I don't even know the word to use to say that. That's kind of somewhat foolish to say that. I mean, you're male or female, woman or man, and it doesn't matter what your disposition is. We all are made up of the same thing. So why would, in a sense, that it wouldn't affect kids?
Yeah, right.
You know, it's just a matter of where it was being spread, where the hot spots were, the touch points were. So again, but once it got, I think if it gets in the school system, whether by a staff member or through a child, that becomes a hotbed.
Yeah.
I mean, all it needs is a body to live in. It doesn't matter if it's a child or a teenager or a young adult or an elderly.
That reminds me of that movie we saw. All it needs is a body.
Yeah.
That virus, that spirit.
Yeah.
That
So
evil.
I think it was somewhat
all it needs is a body.
lacking in intelligence to say that it wouldn't affect children.
Well, and then again, it was new too. Nicole, there's a difference between a Democratic and a Republican leadership when it comes to COVID. They are handling it totally different. Well,
Democrats and Republicans are only the minds of the people. And just like you have,
elaborate.
Just like you have some people that believe it's, first of all, you have some people that believe it's real. You have some people that do not believe it's real. That's Democrats and Republicans. You have some people that believe you shouldn't wear masks. You have some people that believe you shouldn't wear masks. That's Democrats, that's Republicans. You have people that believe you should be vaccinated. You have people that believe and say they don't want to be vaccinated. That's Republicans and that's Democrats.
Well, I'm going to say this. Is some Democrats that have the same thoughts and beliefs in some areas as the Republicans?
Well, that's the point that I'm making.
So
it's not about Democrats.
I don't think it's
Republicans.
That's what I'm.
People have
sort of
differences of opinion.
People are going to have a differences of opinion. True.
And understand this. This was politics 101 that I learned. That that Democrats and Republicans, remember this, are two wings of the same bird.
Gotcha. Jenny, who is going shopping this weekend, tax-free weekend? Is it tax-free this weekend? I thought they did that last weekend.
Well, I guess it's all where you are. And
Oh,
what
true.
you know, because I think our school system just went back to school today. Yeah.
Yeah. Shopping with or without your kids? With.
I guess it all depends on how old they are.
With.
Is that
They might not like it, but I'm going with
after
you.
they get a certain age, you're like, okay, hey. But don't they still wear uniforms mostly? What about in Texas? Do they wear uniforms?
Well, in some schools,
Yeah.
definitely some schools. Nicole, Cuomo, Democrat, shut everything down and our numbers went all the way down. I'm just saying. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Tangi, without kids. Girl, you better go monitor those kids with that money.
No, she says she's going without the kids. She's one of them old school mamas. What I buy you, you're gonna wear it.
Well, okay. I was thinking you were gonna send them. Okay,
No,
got
she
it.
said,
Nicole, I'm done. Well, hey.
exactly. Whatever I come back with, you're gonna wear that to school, buddy.
I try. You know what? That used to be me until I started buying stuff that they just didn't wear.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let me just sort of try to get their point of view on that thing before
Well,
I spend some
you have
money.
like a few more minutes. And you know what?
Uh-oh.
What's the funniest back to school story you got?
Oh my gosh. The funniest back to school story. Okay,
Yeah.
so before we go off,
Yeah.
the funniest back to school story I have is when I lived in Cameron, Texas, which is my hometown. And my mom bought us some school clothes. Okay. Me and my siblings would lay out the week. Once we got our school clothes, we'd be like, I'm gonna wear this Monday, I'm gonna wear this Tuesday, I'm gonna wear this Wednesday, whatever. And then all of a sudden we would get dressed, get ready to go and everything. And it broke out raining on that first day of school. And we was just done. And we didn't worry about school supplies because back in the day, you didn't need a whole bunch of school supplies. So I was cool with that. But that was the funniest thing. We would be happy, okay? When we had school clothes, we would lay that whole week out.
That's your funny story.
That's my funny story. I thought
Let
that
me
was
make
funny.
the people laugh.
Okay, here we go.
My mama sent me to school
Uh-huh.
looking like a black Uncle Sam. I had on a white shirt with a red jacket and some pinstripe red, white, and blue pants.
Oh, you talking
So-
about the true Uncle Sam that said we need you.
Yeah,
That one.
all I did was some white hair and a top hat. So,
Do you have
my
a
dad-
picture of that?
yeah, I do. So
Oh
my
my
dad
God.
used to be out there. He was young, right?
Oh my god.
So I wanted a pair of Stacks, but Stacks was kind of going out of style. High heels, Stacks, guys wearing the Stacks, This was like in the 70s, So, guys were still wearing Stacks,
Uh-huh.
So my daddy had one. He was, snake out. He was rolling the dice.
See, this is why I
So-
don't go over an hour.
so-
This right here.
so
That's
listen,
why I
man.
don't go over an
So-
hour.
The guy didn't have the money to pay up, so he was a small guy. Never forget, a guy named Nishibu. He said, Nishibu, give me them Stacks right there. So that's how I got me some Stacks. They was a little big. I stuffed some tissue in there, right?
Okay.
So listen,
I'm
my
listening.
mom sent me on to go to catch the bus. Man, I was like, I don't want to go to school.
Because you was looking like that.
Yeah. So listen, I went and stood on the side of the road, I look at the school bus pull up. The lady was like, get on the bus. I said, man, I ain't getting on the bus. All the boys are laughing at me, man. So listen,
Oh my
bus
God.
pulled off. I ran back home. I missed the bus. I said, man, I missed the bus. I didn't get there in time. My mama said, you going to school?
And so you end up going anyway.
Had to go, boy. Look at here. And I showed up late, so now all the attention is on me.
That's a horrible thing.
Yeah, boy.
Let me see what I can
That
do
was my
about reading.
worst back to school memory.
Tangi, I'm shopping. Jenny, just saying because some parents scared to send them back to school, but not afraid to be out and about shopping. Oh, that was your point. Got you. Tangi, no girl, my kids 12, 6, and 7. Tangi, grandma foster mommy. Oh, awesome. Let's see who else we got. Let's see. Tangi, still do that. Okay. Tangi laughing at this one. I know you were. Wow, I know. Okay, guys, we have went over time. We love it though. We love the comments. Please click like and share the show. Click like and share the show. Go to my website, MonaLisaMonroe.com, right there. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Love you. Appreciate all of you. You take care. Mask up. What'd she say? Mask up, mask out. Is that what she said?
Mask on.
Mask up, mask on. You guys take care. Bye.
Blessings.
Oh, I put my hand in front of you, babe. I'm sorry. Bye.
Yeah, man.